guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another video. Big shout out to our notification gang. Thank you so much for your continuous love and support. Thank you. In today's video, we're going to be talking really quickly about having thinner hair, or hair that is on the thinner side, so lower density hair. This is for girlies like me who have a little bit less hair to deal with. You have the length but you don't have the density. So yeah, let's just jump straight into the video. So for those of us who have turned natural or who are natural, you know that you're either on one side or the other, the same way that you either have low porosity or high porosity hair. You either have dandruff, you don't have dandruff. In the same way, you either have high density hair or low density hair. So usually people who have low density hair, their hair tends to be a bit longer because there's less of it, but it's not as full. As compared to people who have higher density hair, their hair can grow very thick, but it ends up being a little bit shorter because there's so much of it. But that doesn't mean that when you straighten and compare apples to apples, the hair is shorter. It's just visually according to the eyes and what you see in the eyes. So with that being said, let's talk about a couple of things, because I know that those of us like me who have low density hair can struggle a little bit with, not having a fuller puff or having a boneless looking afro. I, for one, will always have a boneless afro because that's just the nature of my hair. So for me, my genetics, my family, they don't have a lot of hair. They don't have high density hair as compared to someone like my husband. He has very high density hair. My husband has a lot more hair than I do. It's just that my hair is a little bit longer than his. So for me, ways that I tackle that is making sure that whenever I'm doing a style that requires like a puff or anything along those lines, I'm going to do a lot of teasing and a lot of fluffing to help fill it out so that it's not as sort of dense looking, boneless looking, so there's not holes and all that kind of stuff. You can't really change the mechanism or the makeup of your hair in a sense, but you can help your hair to grow a little bit more. So I really want to dive deeper this year into hair fertilizers. So hopefully we can start that journey together and see what it's all about, because I've never been a hair fertilizer person or anything along those lines. So we can see what that's about as well. Hair fertilizers, you can help grow your hair from the follicle a little bit more. It's exactly like a garden fertilizer, depending on what you use. Low manipulation, the more hair you lose, the less hair you're gonna have. If you're raking, breaking, doing too much to your hair, you're gonna lose more of your hair, especially if you're someone like me who has less hair. Like this is literally, this is all I got. And this is it, like kind of in its shrunken state in a sense. So you need to be careful as well with the raking and the combing and all that kind of stuff, because you don't want to break your hair and add more damage and things like that to your hair. That's really unnecessary for you. Secondly, the oils that you're using, try and get oils that are going to help stimulate your hair if you're not into hair fertilizers. So such as things like items that promote follicle growth and promote hair growth. So castor oil is a really good one. I recently purchased some banana oil, which I'm really excited to get into and to dive a little bit deeper, try it out, tell you guys what I think, if it's working, if it's not working, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, you just need to make sure that you are using the appropriate stuff, because at the end of the day, you cannot change the makeup of your hair. You cannot change how many follicles you have on your head. You can't change that. So you can only tweak things and help your hair grow a little bit more, but you're only ever gonna have so much density in your hair, and that's dependent on your parents. So if you're looking at your natural hair and you're saying, my natural hair is growing long but it's not growing, you know, full, look at your mother, look at your father, look at your aunts, look at your uncles, look at everyone in your family. Do they have high density hair? Yes or no? If the answer is no, then you're doing well. This is the best that you're gonna get, because those are your genetics. So work with your genetics. Don't expect to have hair that is like this when nobody in your family has ever had hair that is like that. You know, so those are also factors to take into consideration when you're looking at some of these things, because I know it's very easy to look at your hair and say it's breaking, it's damaged, I have dandruff, I have this, it's not working, it's blah, my hair is not growing. I've been at that stage where you felt like your hair is not growing, when deep down it actually is growing, but you can't watch grass grow the same way you can't watch your natural hair grow. So take that as well into consideration when you're looking at some of these things, especially the density of your hair, and especially those of us who have low density hair, because I know that that's the main issue. So if you have low density hair, you're always going to have low density hair in your areas where there's going to be baby hairs, and in the areas where the most tension is. So for me, my hairline, you guys are very well clear, there are sections of my hairline that are a little bit see-through, and they've always been like that simply because I have low density hair, and that's my hairline that I've inherited from my genetics. So in saying that, we need to remember that at the end of the day, yes, you want to have this ideal hair, or maybe you look at my hair, or maybe you look at someone else's hair, some influencer's hair, and you say, I want my hair to look exactly like hers. I'm using the exact same product that she's using, but my hair is not looking like her. Your hair is never going to look like her, because you are not her. Your hair is going to look like the best version of your hair, which is including your mother, your father, your grandfather, your grandsister, brother, all of those people's genetics intertwined into it. So look introspectively according to you. Then you can say, oh, my hair is not growing, or my hair is growing, but it's just not a high density hair type. I'm not the type of person that has high density hair. The same way that I have accepted that I'm never gonna have a full, huge, you know, afro like that, because I don't have high density hair, I have low density hair. That's just some encouragement that I wanted to give you guys, and to remind you, and to just speak about, because I know that low density hair is a bit of an issue for some of us girlies, and it was an issue for me too. And I do get it in my DMs a couple of times here and there, issues with low density hair. So I hope this has answered some of those questions that you guys have, and I hope it's been helpful, and I'll see you guys in the next video. I love you guys so much.